Broadcast live.
So we be out here, we're always gonna support y'all. We came all the way out here thinking that we're just going to a closed place. Motherfucker. Fuck you, by the way. You know, yeah, man. But yo, this is the Wrecking Crew, you know, like shit. If you ain't met everybody, this is everybody. I'm sure by the time we meet again, there'll be another 20 people, you know. The neighbors will be fucking more, yeah, so the, you know,
probably.
Yeah, the neighbors will be fucking more angrier, you know.
We have neighbors when we live on the block.
We have neighbors.
Then we going straight to the plot.
You going to a plot?
Neighbor.
Fuck that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. What you want to do overseas? What you guys see yourselves doing overseas?
Taking over.
Taking over.
That's what we see us doing.
That's
in
our
the
plan.
States.
It's not
In Europe,
here.
you know, taking over.
They
They
don't understand
don't
this.
hold.
So we going home.
Yeah. I feel like people don't get what you're doing here.
Yeah,
We don't.
they don't. That's why
Are you
we-
saying
Only our
musically,
fans get it.
musically
Only
or
our
just
fans
like
get it.
personality?
Yeah, only our fans.
Only your fans, yeah.
I think that everyone just has a different perspective of music. Everyone has their own definition of music, and what they define music here in SA is not what we are.
Yeah.
That whoever they choose to accept is not what music is. You know.
I mean, it even gets to a point where we sound like other artists, you know, to them.
Yeah,
You know, and I don't get it. Why would I want to do that? You know?
Yeah,
So
it's
Just
like,
because you sound international, they're gonna hate on you and tell you no, you gotta go local. So that means how we gonna branch out to the UK or France if
We're sounding like
we sound
yeah.
So you're saying that how you
I
guys
mean,
gonna
it's
branch
just-
out
it's-
if you
we
if
always
you,
have to represent, you know, and we always have to have that sound identity that goes back to where we come from, because we can't forget where we come from. But we do that. But it's just they overlook that and focus more on this, you know, this the negative. Nah, this sounds like this sounds like, you know what I mean? Like I don't get it.
I think I'm on 5 different artists.
you think you Zuchi, you say you think you what,
I'm
5?
on 5 different artists.
You think you're on 5 different artists that
Did
they say you sound like?
Bro,
On 5, they can't choose. I sound like all of them, but not like
it's
me.
crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, bro, don't you like the song?
So here's
And
my
if you don't, cool, bro. It's cool.
yeah. So the sound issue is a big problem. So here's my sort of I'll tell you what I think, right? I listen to the shit. I mean, I hear the beats. And for me, I go, I could have listened to some international shit, or I could have listened to this. The difference is that, you know, I can maybe listen to a local stuff, because, you know, I love hearing a local story. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what like hip hop is about. It's about listening to a story. So it's about whose story do I want to hear. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, some of the American rap doesn't even sound. I don't even like. I don't even know what they're talking about. You know, it's like when people are busy tweeting about Donald Trump. Fuck nigga, I got Zuma. You know, just relax. You know what I mean? He's none of my business. You know what I mean? So it's the same way I feel with the hip hop, and I say,
Yes,
as
I
long
see
as
what
the
you're
beat
getting at.
is dope, you know, and he's telling his story,
Yeah.
how it's delivered doesn't matter. Because I'll tell you one thing. I heard a girl talk about these guys sound, and I said, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but all the time you speak to me, you speak like you're American. When I look at your gram page is inspired by an aesthetic that's from the world. So immediately when an artist literally like has an aesthetic that is inspired by the world, there's a problem. But everyone else in the world can literally be inspired by an
It's not
aesthetic
like
in
on
the
my
world.
raps, I'm like pulling up in Miami, dipping out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about real life shit, man. I'm going through some things, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to the damn song.
But anyway, however you delivered it,
So American.
however you delivered it though, I don't think that there's someone else that's literally from where you're from that can get with it, that can understand what it means, you know. And for me, I'm always going, as long as you are telling a story, that like it's your story, how you deliver it doesn't matter. But here's my other argument though, and Zuchi, the producers, Match, this literally like comes back to you. I go, you know, like hip hop obviously is a sound that's inspired, and like you can get a sample from here, you can do this. I think that like we still have a way to go with production for everybody. with like that kind of goes, yo, that's a South African hip hop sound. Because I don't buy that thing where guys go produce a kwaito beat and then it's a bit hip hop and then I don't buy that because that's just like that's also not like original. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we need to look at we still need to really define the sound because the sound still could be like, it's on an American beat. And what's this Jidenham guy, whatever, he just dropped his EP right now. He's got a random song where he sampled some, I don't know what he is, but you can hear that like, it feels like an African, but it feels hip hop also at the same time, We still need to find that thing that people will literally say, that you can only get that sound from Africa.
Yeah, they're just not here.
Can I ask something? I need to ask something.
Yes, because Mike, I'm gonna repeat everything that you say.
Why, let's say when it comes to soccer, right? And whoever created soccer cool. Now everybody around the world is playing soccer.
Yeah.
In South Africa, why don't we now say our national team is gonna play with a tennis ball instead of a big ball because we're trying to keep it South African and that's how we do things. So in hip hop, when we're following a certain standard and we like a certain standard and we do that, it's like, where's your original sound, where's your whatever, but that's like an original standard.
So in fact, which means
okay, so I just want to say what he just said.
Say it first.
Basically, you're saying soccer basically wouldn't play soccer with a tennis ball. The standard is a ball. So why, like in hip hop, if they samples or whatever there is that's inspired from the world, why do people go? Why do you have to create your own rap sound? Okay, cool. I hear you.
I was saying what Zuchi said. That means all of these things, all of this hate, it's actually compliments. Them saying, you sound like this international artist. Actually, thank you very much. Because in any case, isn't that the standard we're trying to get to as South African hip hop artists?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's levels to this shit, right? I'm not saying we're trying to sound like them. I'm saying we're trying to get hip hop, the SA hip hop sound, we're trying to get it to that standard. When you listen to the beat and be like, the beat is just as cold as Future's beat. You know what I mean? Right? Right? That's what we want, right? This nigga can rap just as dope as J. Cole. That's incredible. And he's from SA. That's what we want, right? So we go in there and then now we get bashed and now people start throwing stones at us.
Do you think that if you guys had to go to the UK today versus you guys with your sound and the way it is, and you know that like your sound is inspired by, say, by anything else in the world, you go there and then like a person from the UK has to go, I'm gonna listen to, example, J. Cole as you've mentioned, or I'm gonna listen to Aries or whatever the case be, using that as an example. What's gonna make them go, I'll listen to Aries over J. Cole?
We have different, number one, we have different ways of approaching a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now, Mash Beats can make one beat, put it out to the world, 100 people will jump on it, and you'd find 100 different songs, right? So that's number one.
Yeah.
I got a different approach to the beat. Number two, the finesse. Me and you don't finesse the same. You might say one thing, I might say exactly like what I might say exactly what you mean, but in a different way, with much more finesse. Do you know what I mean? I could be much more relatable than you. Maybe I'm a better writer than you. You know what I mean? And it's only the beginning, man. I am trying to do better than Drake, J. Cole, and all of them. You know what I mean?
But you shouldn't shoot lower. You know what I mean?
Of course. So yeah.
And Drake is from Canada. Nobody's telling him to do Canadian music.
No one is saying you sound too American, man.
Yeah.
You need to do that Canadian hip hop sound.
Nobody's telling him to do Canadian music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And why shoot me down for being inspired?
Yeah. No, I mean, look, obviously, like,
everyone gets inspired.
Everyone gets inspired. I also have a huge, I've got a huge sort of view on it, generally, because I've been making music before, and we were chatting with the guys, we were talking about, I don't know if you guys know if it was before your time, but we were talking about like the joint we did, Ilandela, you know what I mean, with Squatter Camp, and when we talked about how that beat was done, the beat was literally done like a hip hop beat, right? It was done with samples, like, they literally domestic. He literally took that beat and he produced it like a hip hop sampled beat, but it was a gospel beat that he produced. So when you hear the like the melody, the harmonies of the church going, and then like literally like takes it. I don't know what he does, but he makes it sound like it's got a hip hop he plays it like a sample. And then we like put the singing over like a choir, like a proper choir that sings behind it. And then when you hear the song, shit sounds like a hip hop song, but like, you just put the element of a choir like a church song. And then they talk about other guys who started doing church songs who they literally went and played an organ and rapped and then got a tum tum cha, and then they got a whole choir to sing. And then they're like, you guys are literally not doing it that way. So I'm just saying, within the hip hop like parameters, there's so much that can still be done from a sound perspective that like when someone hears it, they go, shit, that I don't even know where that sample could have been taken from. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So like they still that like, I don't even know where that sample could have been taken from. Because then you know what it does to the rapper also. The rapper's like, then the rapper literally comes across and they're like, because people don't break down things as the sound, the beat, they go, fuck the joint. Do you know what I mean? So when I look at the talent that like you guys have, I go, you guys can fuck up anything. You don't need to be playing around like a sample that Pete Rock did. You know what I mean? You don't need to be playing around a sample that Premier did. You know what I mean? You guys can fuck around with a lot of shit because here's the South African black experience. And I tell this, like, the South African black experience has seen more in its journey than the white South African experience. Because the white South African experience constantly is around the suburb. We kind of went to the hood, come to the suburb, go back to the hood, come to the suburb. We literally consume international stuff and we literally get things from the world. So our view of the world is wider. So make sure that your inspiration is not only from one side, because you can even take a fucking Afrikaans song, because you know that Soki Soki was the shit. Not because you are rocking to it, because you know that's a motherfucker you went to school with, like they were always rocking that shit because you went to some school with the white motherfuckers. But that is your wealth of insight and information that's in your subconscious. So don't block it in what hip-hop keeps on feeding us from the world. You can spread it out as a producer, because automatically what that does for the rapper, even the rapper's approach, the rapper has to think about his approach. Niggas, let me keep 100. We talked about at Squatter Camp. This is 2003, 2004. How did we go, we're gonna rap on a beat that goes da 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 da, a whole orchestra beat. And then and it changes like 4 or 5 times, within like 32 bars, it changes 4 or 5 times that beat. Then you go and you jump on a track like Landela, where it is just like, and the music, and it gives you that step, that like ZCC thing, but we go, how the fuck did we even think of rap? When we talk now with the guys, even with that clap song, bang, 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 bang. Because when you guys hear it right now, you guys are going, but sure, yeah. But when you listen to a beat as a beat before it's a song, that shit goes, where the fuck is this thing going? Do you know what I mean? So the producer also plays a role in the journey that the artist eventually delivers to the listener. You know what I mean? So I hear you guys. I'm just saying, my answer with regards to how do I go, I'm gonna listen to Aries or J. Cole if I'm in the UK and I'm from the UK. I'm gonna go, because people aren't listening to music in the depth. They just listen to a sound first before they listen to a story, before they listen to lyrics. They're not as deep as we are. You know what I mean? We get into it. People just like listening from a high level. But you know what's gonna take them? It's that beat that they go, I haven't even heard that before, but shit sounds hip hop still. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna hear this nigga's story. And that's gonna make me go, I'm gonna listen to Jay over Aries. I'm gonna listen to Aries over J. Cole, because besides J. Cole's music, we can't beat his marketing money right now. You can't beat Drake's marketing money right now. You can't beat the impression he has over us. That has nothing to do with music. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just something to think about.
And you know what's crazy? We got that. When you're listening to From Me to You and Only You, and you go to On My Own, you can hear that mash took the most original indigenous South African sound ever, my G. Right now, my G. You understand me? You turned that shit into hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's just amazing for me to be around this man who can do that. And now, with what you said, that means we safe. So when them niggas is listening to us in the UK, they'll probably say, okay.
What is that? What is Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Them niggas can rap also.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
That's one thing, you know, we want the nation to understand. We have so much love for it because we're from here anyway. You know what I mean? So we'll always have that signature within the music.
Yeah.
That's gonna be just there. You know what I mean? That's what we did on Meanwhile and Honeydew too. You know? Now we have people in the UK speaking how people in Pretoria speak. Vinay, you dig. You understand me?
And that's
So
it.
And in America too, they say proper
you dig. So,
I already forgot what they say.
Yeah.
and another thing is we not the only ones doing this. That's not what we saying. We're not the only ones doing this. Everybody holding on to their own, man. Black Coffee doing the most, Black Motion doing the most. You know? I could name more even.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know them.
Alright. Yo, man, I want to wrap it up with just one more question. How y'all motherfuckers feel about all the other motherfuckers that are rapping?
Who them niggas? Yeah.
We only know whoever's in this house. If you're outside,
Wait, who? Now I wanna, who that? Who?
Okay, it pretty much kind of answers my question. Okay, yo, we out here with the Wrecking Crew, straight up, you know, having a real conversation. I wish I knew that we had so many people, man. Fuck, you know, I want, like, I wish I knew we had so many people. We could have literally gotten some extra mics, you know. We obviously came for Flame and Reese, but Flame still looks like it's still heartbroken. That nigga ain't said shit. He ain't said shit. He just said, I just hope she hears the EP. Yeah, nigga be on some shit like that. I'm joking, my G. I'm joking, my G.
She heard it.
Yo, shout out, yo. We got the Wrecking Crew out here, yo. Make sure you get their music. Aries, the album is out. Flame, the EP's out. I mean,
Go get it.
X, X always
pulling
dropping
up
some
soon.
shit. You know what I mean? Yo, man, it's real, gents. Good luck for everything, man. You know.
Thank you
And
very much.
one thing I'ma leave you with is, if you don't love this no more, you'll always find a reason to create some type of conflict with the next man within the gang. So if you don't love this thing anymore, just step away from it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
dog, bro.
You know what I mean? The only reason y'all guys are here is a love for one thing, which is the music. You know what I mean? And that nigga that don't respect it no more,
If you don't love it no more, if you
gonna
don't
see
respect
you gonna
it no
see
more,
me
bro,
gonna be
dip
causing the
out.
biggest problems.
Just
You gonna be
dip
causing
out.
the biggest problems.
You
And
did.
you won't respect the vision. You know what I mean?
That causing the biggest problem.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know? So that's all I'm gonna say, my niggas. It's great to see y'all. Shit, I don't talk that nigga shit, but like clearly that shit is kind of like contagious when you hear it, you know what I mean? You know? But that's all I'm gonna say, guys. You know, yo, just love. You here for the love.
Yeah.
And even when you walk away from it, you walk away from it and say, that was one part of my life when I was doing what I needed to do, and I love, and I was at a moment of love. You know what I mean?
Proud of
This
it.
is your biggest woman. This is your biggest. You gotta own this. 'Cause then you can become a nigga like me that gets married over time because he did what he loves when he was supposed to do what he loves. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah.
Some OG shit in the cut. I feel that. I feel
Peace,
that.
yo.
I
Shout
feel
out to
that.
us.
I
The
feel
Wrecking
that.
Crew, Slikour OnLife. We out here. It's real.
Cause I need baddies and know what to do.
Broadcast live